Destined Rivals pre-orders just dropped on the Pokemon Center this morning, a Monday morning, and we are seeing the booster boxes, the ETBs. Booster boxes sold out first. We're going to break it all down. We have actually a ton of cool stuff to talk about, and then we do need to talk about the queue system and kind of how that worked. I'm seeing a ton of frustration, and I was right there with you guys. I was in the queue, stuck in that queue for a long time. But first, let's talk about the positives. Let's take a look at this is the ETB, and I really wanted the black ETB with the red R, but then when I heard it was going to be combined and it was going to be Destined Rivals, I thought we weren't going to get it. And I honestly, I really like what they did. Even adding Giovanni and Mewtwo here, I think these ETBs are super awesome looking. I'm really excited for this. This is super cool. I think they hit this out of the park. Now, we are seeing booster boxes. We got the packs as well. But this is something that caught my eye that PokeBeach was talking about. We're getting for the first time, we're getting half booster boxes. We're getting 18 pack half booster boxes for this set. Now, I didn't see this as a product that was available for pre order on the Pokemon Center, but I think this is extremely fascinating and extremely interesting to have here. 18 pack half booster boxes. So that's really cool. I think that's wild. We'll talk about the pack arts too. These have been leaked for a little while now. So we've seen these. These have been around. You got your Giovanni here. You got your other Rockets. And then you got your Ethan and Ho-Oh and your Cynthia and Garchomp packs looking real good. Other products that were revealed, we have sleeves that were revealed, looking good with the Giovanni and the Mewtwo. You got your dividers here, also looking good. Team Rocket stuff looking real good. Dice, damage counters. Here's the ETB when it's closed up. Other dividers, 3-pack blisters. We got Kangaskhan in here. We got this guy. Another. We got the single pack with 3 promos. Single pack with 3 promos, the check lanes, and we are getting regular booster bundles as well. So very interesting to have the 6 booster bundle and then the half 18 booster pack and then the full booster box. It's kind of cool. And then build-in battles. And then these are some of the promos. You can see Misty's Gyarados with the stamped, Ethan's Typhlosion, Team Rocket's Mimikyu, and Team Rocket's Tyranitar. Now, we don't have confirmation of more cards yet. We just have the English product that we've seen so far. And here's some more information just to kind of summarize. Over 240 cards, 85 trainers Pokemon, which 45 will be Team Rockets, 17 EX, 10 trainers Pokemon EX, more than 20 trainer cards, 23 illustration rare, and 11 special illustration rare. Pre-release promos do reveal that we're probably going to be getting a Team Rockets Tyranitar and the Team Rockets Mimikyu. Those have not been revealed on the Japanese side yet, so that's what we can expect. This is a May 30th release, the end of May. So pre-releases will take place May 17th through May 25th, but the official release being May 30th. Now, the queue system, I'm not going to lie, I sat in this queue system for quite a while. I had both mobile and desktop open. I had both of them. I had my phone set on 5G, so it was a different IP address. And then I had my PC here. And this is what I sat at for a long time. I know a lot of people were sitting through this. And, they did limit it to 1 booster box and 1 ETB per person instead of 2 or 6 for booster boxes that we've seen in the past. It was one of either, and it looked like the booster boxes sold out first. I was not able to get a booster box, and honestly, with how long I was sitting in the queue, I didn't think I was going to get a PC ETB either. But I think they really, by limiting it to 1 per person, I think it gave a lot more people chances. And I was able to finally get one, and I checked out as a guest. Now, when it comes to getting through these queues and everything, there's we don't really know exactly how the queue system is working. It seems like some people are able to skip the queue. Sometimes if you're in before, you know, before the queue goes up. Sometimes it doesn't put you in the queue, but then sometimes it does. And it can be very frustrating. I do know that having the direct product link, this is also something that's very frustrating. Uh, not having the actual like link, the actual link that'll lead you directly to the ETB. Once you get in, it doesn't always appear on the homepage, right? So that is something that Pokemon really needs to fix. Not having that. So and then you have a hard time finding the product. But luckily I was able to get one. Like I said, I did a checkout as guest on mobile. Before, all my successes were actually on desktop. So the desktop one did go through later, even though I had like clicked on them pretty much at the same time. So keep that in mind. Having the direct link is very important, though, it seems. So we don't know if it's random. We don't know if they're how they're monitoring, how they're moving people throughout the queue. It kind of seems random. I don't know why some people are able to skip it and some people aren't. So it's definitely frustrating. I do know that some people were getting flagged as bots for refreshing. Refreshing in the queue does reset you. There is a way to check your position in the queue as well. Like if you're on Google Chrome, I know there's a way to pull up the like web page data, right? And you can kind of see, it'll show you like kind of where you're at. However, some people also were theorizing, and this is not, none of this stuff is confirmed, it's just kind of stuff that has been talked about, is that by checking that, then maybe it's screwing it up. I don't know. Once again, I'm not a web developer or anything, but it is interesting, worth noting. So keep that in mind. The good news, though, is that with Journey Together, we did get a second round of ETB drops. So hopefully they might do a second round of Destined Rivals stuff before release. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Um, a lot of successes, though. A lot of people were able to get it. It seemed like, at least from what I saw, seemed like it was kind of 50-50 ish. And a lot of people giving up. I noticed a lot of people saying, I'm done with this. I'm not going to even try to get these anymore. It's not worth my time. And totally understandable, totally justified. I'm with you guys. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to get one, but I totally understand the frustration. And I would, I don't think I would actually be giving up, but I would be wanting to give up. And it totally makes sense. So it's a lot of work just to get one PC ETB, and obviously no booster box for me. I did see that there were other people able to secure both in one order, one PC ETB, one booster box, so that was able to happen. But yeah, hopefully we'll have more product dropping soon. Hopefully we'll have more information on that half booster box. I think that's kind of rather fascinating, the half booster box. That's definitely something that's caught my eye, so we'll see how many of those are available moving forward, what the price point is. You would assume it would just be half the price of a booster box. It would make sense, right? So it's just like a single row booster box, right? You get just like one row of it instead of the two rows of packs. So, anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know if you guys were able to get through the queue and all of that. I will say this, that I did use Poke Notify is where I was able to get the direct link for the drops. I don't know how exactly Poke Notify gets the links beforehand, but they had the links before the products even went live. So I don't know if that was the deal breaker that got me the leg up. But when I was waiting in queue, I was waiting in queue for the direct link. So then when it brought me in, it brought me to the PC ETB. So if you're interested in checking out Poke Notify, it is a notification service, a Discord server. It is a paid service, $8 per month. But you do get a free 3-day trial, and there is a link in the description if you want to join, and a discount code in the description, so you can try it out. They don't just do Pokemon Center; they do like your Target, Walmart, GameStop, every place that's going to be dropping product along the way. You can get notifications, and it's really tough to get product right now in general. So it's just kind of like it gives you a little bit of a leg up, and you kind of, it just helps you at least have a more of a fair chance in today's TCG market. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have tons and tons and tons of reviews. You can go even on the Discord server. They have a whole success channel. So you don't have to take my word for it. It does work. It can be Frustrating, I can understand. You know, you even if you get on Poke Notify, it doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get any drops because there's so many people trying to get the product right now. But it is something that has worked for me. Like I use it personally. I'm not just advertising it just to advertise. You know, so take that for what you will. It's helped me, and I do think genuinely having that direct link did help me today. So, you know, I was grateful, like I said, very grateful that I was able to get one PCETB, although it was a lot of work staying in line. So the positives are the cool product. Destined Rivals is looking really good. We still haven't seen a lot of the cards on the Team Rocket side, so that has me very excited. Like I said, the half booster box thing has me really excited. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what availability is going to be like on those, but it's just like a cool new product. I like that they're doing that. So that might be, you know, it's also a much more affordable option for people if you can't afford. Well, it's hard enough just to get the product, but assuming that the product was available and you didn't want to spend the money for a whole booster box, getting a half is like super cool. So I do really like that they're offering that, and then obviously the ETBs, everything looking really good. So very excited for the set. The frustration is real though. I don't want to I don't want to like overplay that just because I got one ETB. Like I was with you guys. I was in the trenches out there trying to doing everything I could. And it does suck, and Pokemon does need to fix it. They need to address it. I don't know what the exact solution is, but they do need to do better. So the queue system is wonky and weird, and it hasn't always worked for me. But it has worked more often than not. So I don't know, like I said, but I'm also, you know, having two devices, maybe upping my chances. So keep that in mind. You know, I was not able to place two orders or anything. I placed one order. So it just, that's kind of how it worked. But it's not like, you know, using multiple devices is going to guarantee you that you're getting multiple orders or anything like that. It, I was only able to place one order. So, but I did get through on the PC afterwards, and yeah, but the booster boxes were still sold out. And the PC ETBs, you know, as of the start of this recording, were actually still available. I don't know. By the time you're seeing this, they probably will be gone. But you know, PC ETBs were still available. So we'll see if they do a second drop as well. That'll be very interesting. So that's all I have for this one, guys. A little bit of a shorter video, but I do think that some of the product looks really great. Really excited for the set. That's all I have for you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.